Like, really? Exactly. Aaron Collins said, for all we know, Jason Black could be white. Exactly. I mean, RH was a black man pretending to be a white man, so why not? I don't, because here's the thing. Y'all, look, anybody who want to go run black to Jason Black or Professor Black Truth, look, I'll tweet them and tag them in a tweet and ask them, why are they too afraid? How are you going to fight white supremacy? You can't even show your face. That's the difference about me and a lot of these men, okay? I will say it to your face. I'm not going to talk behind your back. Look, I don't need anybody to run and tell with a video. I'll tag them in it on Twitter. Because I don't need to be fearful of the Tariqs or the Jason Blacks or the Professor Black Truth or Umar Johnson. If I have something to say, I don't need to spread a rumor. I will sit there and I'll send it to you. And that's what I'll ask Jason Black and Professor Black Truth. How are you so bold and you are going to boldly tackle white supremacy, but I suspect that you're not showing your face because you don't want to feel the aggression of white supremacy. You don't want to risk not being able to be employed by white supremacy. You don't want to risk being confronted probably by your white friends. You don't want anybody tying you to supposedly what you're doing. You want to fight white supremacy in disguise so that if you want to get it, so if you're done and you're ready to not deal with it, you can go back to your regular life. And you don't have to worry about any ramifications. You can step in and step out as you want to. And that's not being dedicated to it. Because what I'm doing is I'm risking my employability. I'm risking my safety. I'm risking my image by sitting on here showing people something, what I look like. And you have these two men who are afraid to even show their faces. Just so that they're not really taking too many L's. They don't want to risk that job. And look, I don't blame them because you got to work. That's your livelihood. But don't tell me that you're serious about fighting it. You're not serious. You're not serious. And I'm not taking anybody serious. If y'all want to, y'all can. But if you can't show me what you look like and I don't even know who you are, then I don't know who you are enough to, number one, not suspect you to be a double agent. And number two, to sit here and advocate for you in somebody's chat room. Chocolate Chunko 7 said, Professor Black Truth deleted all my comments after disagreeing with me, then made an entire video rebutting me without naming me. Again, the beta male and effeminate mentality is just running amok, even in a lot of these so-called self-proclaimed alpha conscious men who are out trying to lead something. Please. It's like, but again, this is coming from a person that doesn't have a picture, that he doesn't want to face white supremacy head on. He wants to hide behind it. You have to look at the psychology of a man that claims he wants to fight white supremacy, but he fights it by not showing his face on social media. Because if you were really that bold, you would show who you are. You would show who you are, and you would embrace it full on like I do. But he doesn't. So to me, automatically, if you're a man and you're hiding behind a screen and you never show yourself, but you're sitting over here talking about fighting white supremacy, there's no way I can take you seriously. That's why I don't understand people who donate to them people. Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, I don't understand people who donate to them. You've never even seen their face. How do you even know that's not a cave link using a voice thing? If Jarad Talyor comes and looks at my videos, he's not going to debate me, okay? Again, if it took him a long time to debate Tariq, he is not going to, I don't even think Tariq would debate me. I really don't. And a lot of people could make excuses, like we could just debate on interactions between Black women and Black men in relationships. One of the subjects he says he's an expert at, and I promise you, he still would not debate me. And he might say, well, he's not going to debate people on his level. Well, social media is already comparing me to you and saying that I'm the female version of you. So that would mean that according to society, I am on your level. At least I'm on your level enough for them to compare me to you and say that I'm the Black female version of you. So, and that's Black and white people in general. So the reality of it is he could use that one, but again, none of them would. Tomi Lahren would never debate me. That's the reason why you never seen Tomi Lahren have any discussion with any Black woman. You've never seen any alt-right white woman debate any Black woman. And you're not going to. They will only put them in the face of a black man. And there's a reason why they will only put them in the face of a black man. And it's not because he's better at debating her. It's because he has a weakness for her. And they know that. Rasan Robinson said Jason Black and Professor Black Truth are the real deal. I'm sorry, I disagree 100% about them being scared or fake. Okay, so if they're not scared or fake, what other reason would you have for not showing your face ever? And please answer me that one question. They're not scared or fake, so why are they concealing their identity if they're not scared or fake? Why do they not have any videos? You can't find one video on any, you can't find any social media account of theirs where they're showing one picture of themselves. Why are they not doing that? Because, by the way, concealing your identity and hiding, that's either a sign of fakeness or fear. It's one of them. And actually, it's a sign of bothness, fakeness and fear. So explain to me how a person is 100% real, but they're not even real enough to show you who they are. It wouldn't even matter, even if they are overweight. Okay, so then they're afraid of the public's opinion on their weight. But this dude just said they're 100% real. So I'm trying to figure out how, because both of them are engaging in behavior that's synonymous with fear and fakeness. So how are they not? Because just by virtue of they're not showing themselves, it's either because they're fearful of something or they're fake. You will sit there and look at a dude who came on here giving you information. You don't even know who's giving you the information. Rasan Robinson said, that's all I'm trying to say. It's about the information. What if you're giving information by an agent who's working for white supremacy? Because that's what agents do. Agents give you information that you want to listen to. Meanwhile, they're working for white supremacy. But you don't know if you're dealing with an agent because he doesn't even have to show you who he is. They don't even have to show you who you are. All they have to do is get on a computer, say some words to you, never show a picture, and you'll ride for them. You're riding for two men you never even laid eyes on. You haven't even seen a picture of them. Exactly. Leo Johnson said the faceless are not about the cause, but about that coin. They don't want to lose anything. They don't want to take any losses, because take it from a person that's doing it. You know how many constant death threats I've gotten? Exactly. Jamaican Senior said Angel got jumped by white supremacists and he still shows his face. Angel got jumped by white supremacists and he still showed his face because he's more for the cause than a so-called person that, I don't care how many documents you make. If you're making documentaries in the skies and nobody can tie you back to your work, what does that matter? So Rasan Robinson said, wait a minute, Jason Black is doing a hard documentary, Race War, where he's interviewing Richard Spencer and Jarad Talyor. Do you think that's fake? Do you think everybody who interviews Jarad Talyor and Richard Spencer is about the cause? Really? So you're saying that he's not fake based solely on the basis of him putting out a documentary where he's interviewing Richard Spencer and Jarad Talyor? Really? That's your evidence? He's interviewing Richard Spencer and Jarad Talyor, and that means what? Because there's a lot of Black people who interviewed Richard Spencer and Jarad Talyor. So I don't know. So what do you mean? Golden Black said, who the fuck is Richard Spencer? Richard Spencer is the creator of the alt-right. He's a white supremacist, and so is Jarad Talyor. And it's real interesting that this dude, I'm trying to, you have to be that desperate for some male leadership. If you're clean to a male that you haven't even seen, he's a voice behind a computer screen. Why don't you just get a pen pal in Africa or something? 812 Ricky said that's like saying because Tariq Nasheed interviewed Richard Spencer, it doesn't make him a coon. Yeah, he interviewed Richard Spencer and he spends part of his time condoning interracial relationships while claiming that he wants to build up the Black family. Really? And it's because Black people, again, You have to have a pathetic desperation for male attention to attach yourself to two men that you haven't even seen, who just simply said they were black. You can't even confirm that they are actually black because you never seen them. So they can literally be disguising their voices, sounding like black people, talking about white supremacy and being agents for white supremacy. That dude wouldn't know because he hasn't even laid eyes on them. But he's in here talking about, oh no, they're not fake because they're making a documentary. Really? Really? We don't think that they'll do that? And you never even seen these dudes? They have documentaries out and they're not even showing themselves in their own documentaries, and you trust that? If you show me one black person, revolutionary, who said they were about the struggle but didn't show their face. That's like MLK running around with a mask on and he never shows his face. And he's like, oh, but I'm really for white supremacy. I really want. Nobody would even take that seriously. Nobody would even take that seriously. And y'all know nobody would take that serious. Even if I came on here and I put a mask over my face and showed myself in the thing, but my face had a mask on it, nobody would even take that seriously. You don't even know if they're men because you never seen them. You're assuming they're men because they have a male voice, but they could be women pretending to be male. You can disguise your voice all the time. There's voice disguisers. You can go pick them up at Halloween shops. Love Shaw said, a lot of our men are starved for male love and attention as a part of our trauma. It's obvious. Look, if you can follow, support, and cape for a person, a voice behind a computer screen, then you really do need male leadership. You want to follow somebody, because none of these people who aren't showing their, how do they even have followers? They don't even show their face. How do they even have followers?